Welcome to Top Grade Learning Channel. We shall consider selling more through sales prospecting. In the outline of this course, we will take a look at an overview of sales prospecting. We'll also consider the 5 main gains of sales prospecting. We will talk about sales prospecting techniques. We'll move on to consider keywords to use in B2B and B2C sales prospecting. We shall also consider how to start sales prospecting, and we'll conclude with the 7 stages of sales prospecting. Now, what is sales prospecting? It is the process of creating potential sales opportunities from business leads by contacting the prospects through emails, calls, or social media channels in order to establish grounds for further sales pitch. I'll take that again. Sales prospecting is the process of creating potential sales opportunities from business leads by contacting the prospects through channels such as emails, calls, or social media channels to establish grounds for further sales pitch. Now, what are the 5 gains, or what are the gains of sales prospecting? And so we have a list of 5 here, top 5 list of gains in sales prospecting. Now, what sales prospecting will do for you is that it will help you develop business relationship with those prospects, thereby creating grounds for you to close sales with those prospects. So it helps you convert ordinary leads to potential leads. Secondly, it helps you to become professional with sales. It helps you to get organized, become more professional, become an expert in the field of sales. Thirdly, it helps you to expand your networking skills through different channels, social media, emails, calls, etc. Fourthly, it helps you to maintain schedules and commitment with those prospects. So if you prior to this time and you are not able to commit to schedules or maintain commitments with customers or with people or as an individual, you have to learn it. You have to imbibe it. You have to start practicing it and perfect on it. So it's part of the skills that you are going to be learning when you undertake sales prospecting. Now, finally, on the gains of sales prospecting, which is just a narrowed, that's a streamlined 5 gains of sales prospecting, is that it helps you to build a social media presence. So in the bid to make your sales prospecting much more consolidating or much more fruitful, there is a need for you to exploit the social media market by creating your presence there on social media, because it's a large marketplace out there. Now, we'll move on to consider sales prospecting techniques. Here is how to start. Here are the key techniques you can use in your sales prospecting. One is to ask for referral. It is a technique when you're trying to create leads. You can ask for referrals from satisfied customers. You can even ask for referrals from prospects who haven't used your products before. For instance, someone who is within the circle of another individual who has used your product or service and have experienced and has gained goodwill, will automatically refer your product even though they have not used it, but they will automatically refer your product to other people who are in need of such services or products to use them because they know of someone or they have knowledge of people who have used it and it has worked out for them. So you can ask for referral from prospects and as well as satisfied customers. Now, reference selling, you can ask people to refer you. I just included that in the example I just made, a reference where they give you a reference or they stand as a reference point. Okay, that I have used it, you should try it as well. So this is that's where it comes in. So you can get people who will say, okay, I've used it before, like XYZ referred me to you, and because they have used it. And it's also by making mention of the names of people they know or people who they can relate with or who they connect with, definitely you're creating a potential market. You're creating a potential market for you which you can harness in the future. Then we'll talk about cold calling. You can have raw leads and just place the call across and just reach out to them, find out just pitch them about the product or introduce the product or the service to them. The same as well as emails, random emails. Sometimes you just notice that there is a real estate email that just landed in your inbox. Yes, the real estate email came in because possibly you have an email account or you have an account with a rental or with a rental company or with a leasing company or with an apartment management company, that's a facility management company, and they for in the terms and condition you signed, your email your details can be shared. So they pitch you with either a sister company who is into real estate. They pitch them to you. So that's where that's like sponsored email marketing. We get that a lot. So that's where um and that's another form of sales prospecting where you get awareness about a particular brand or a particular product or particular service, which would prompt you to take a step either to make more inquiries, find out more if you're interested, and the rest of that. So that's that for the key techniques for sales prospecting. Remember, we talked about asking for referrals from friends or from satisfied customers, from relatives, from prospects as well. Then we'll talk about reference selling. That's people that's those who have used your product. Reference selling is usually based on people who understand your products, who have used them. These are people who can be able to make references or use help you apply the reference selling approach or reference selling technique. Then we'll talk about cold calling, sponsored emails, and sponsored campaigns as well. Then let's move on to consider keywords that you could use in B2B prospects sales prospecting. Now, um, among the keywords include for B2B now, you can say increase your sales, increase your business revenue. Every organizations want to increase their business revenue. So your your pitch, your the subject of your conversation which include contents like increase your business revenue. Every organization wants to learn how they can increase their business revenue. They are interested. When you tell someone, I know how you can increase your business revenue, they want to listen to you. Yes. So these are keywords that get corporates. When we talk about B2B, we're talking about business to business. That's that. So you find that organizations will want to listen to you because or you have an idea about how they can increase their revenue. You talk about reach your markets faster and conveniently. Oh, they want to know how they can reach their market faster and conveniently. These are some keywords that um, B2B that activates attention or that draws the attention you require in B2B marketing. Reduce operational costs, improve efficiency. These are things that organizations want to work around to improve their efficiency and reduce operational cost. Talk about increasing market share. Talk about customer retention. Increase your market share, increase your customer retention through strategy. So when you bring in keywords like this, such as increasing market share, increasing customer retention, you get the attention of organizations right away. Now I talk about improve your competitive edge. So these are the keywords that organizations are interested in. You talk about reduce your employee turnover. They also want to find out how they can do that. As long as you have vital information, they'll be willing to listen to you, and not just listen to you, but to patronize the products you have in order to achieve the goals or the things you pitched them for. Then in B2C marketing and B2C sales prospecting, you can use keywords such as get more value for your money, save more, use our promo code, best quality, lower prices, new arrivals, latest designs. These are keywords which you may have noticed or which you may have come across some time at some point, um, uh, via your emails or via other channels where brands try to get your attention. So because they know that these things get your attention, the essence of sales prospecting is to get the attention of the customer and establish that ground for a possible sales deal to be closed. Now, how do you start sales prospecting? First of all, create an ideal prospect profile. Like, this is the kind of prospects I'm targeting, like your target profile. This are your target prospect profile. These are the prospects I'm looking out for. These are the category of people I want to reach out to. So it helps you, gives you the idea, gives you it helps you with the perfect understanding on how to approach them. Now, when you have created that ideal prospect profile, go ahead to identify the ways you can connect with these ideal prospects. If you once you list outline the ways you can connect to this ideal prospect, then make your calls, push those emails, and ensure that those emails are personalized. Then, fourthly, move ahead, master your product very well, and sell with expertise. When you're making those calls, master your product, talk about your product with a sense of expertise, know what you're selling, and sell them professionally. Then finally, share only relevant content with the prospect. If they don't need that information, it has no business getting to them. If they don't need that information, it has no business being in that email. It will just serve as junk. So trim down the information to contain only relevant information. I'll take this how to start the sales prospecting again, which includes create an ideal profile, then identify ways you can connect with your ideal prospects. That's with that ideal prospect profile you have created. Now make calls and push out those emails. Ensure that those emails are as personalized as well. Then master your products and sell with expertise. Finally, um, share only relevant content with your prospects. Then this brings us to the last subject on this course. We'll talk about the 7 stages of sales prospecting. So now, for you to start your sales prospecting, you need to understand that profiling. You need to understand the prospect, that's this prospect, sales prospecting and profiling those customers. So first of all, what you need to do in the first stage includes profiling your prospects. Now, prospect profiling, let me put it that way, includes prospect profiling. Then you go ahead to prepare your strategy. You prepare your strategy around that profile that you have created. Thirdly, you consider your approach. What approach will be best to get this prospect's attention? As soon as it is done, as soon as you get that approach rightly, then make your presentation through your calls by placing the call across, pushing the email across to those customers with relevant content only. Then handle objection. That's the fifth one. Learn how to handle objection. When customers are being objective, um, find out, understand why they are being objective and address the issue. Don't be emotional about it. Find out why they are being objective and attend to it as well. So in this, you build your competence to push um, sales prospecting activities with very little resistance from those prospects. Then finally, among the still on the list, closing. How do you close your sales prospecting? How do you ensure that you don't close your sales prospecting to close, that's to forget about the prospect entirely? How do you close your sales prospecting? How do you want to map out your strategy? And what are your follow-up strategy when you close your sales prospecting activity? What are your strategy for follow-up? Create your follow-up strategy. Now I'll take that stages again. It includes that's the prospect profiling, preparation, then your approach. Finally, that's still among the list, presentation. We talk about handling of the objections, and as well as closing and follow up. Now, how to close and follow up, so you ensure that at the end of the day that you have created that ground that is required to initiate sales, that's to initiate further sales pitch, so that deals can be closed, because that is the essence of sales prospecting in the first instance. So we've come to the end of this course. Thank you for listening. You can repeat the video all over to gain more insights, because as you repeat them over and over, you get to understand sales prospecting more and more. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so, and click on the share button, share the video with your friends and or other SMEs as well who might be in need of this subject. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you again on our next video.